The KSWU community wants to give a big thanks to Free State Gaming for hosting the Legends of the Force pre-release. You can check out Free State Gaming on Facebook or online at freestategamingllc.com, or come check them out in person at 406 Pennsylvania Avenue in Holton, Kansas.
All right, well, welcome back to KSWU Presents. We're doing some stuff on the Sensors channel. We are opening up Legends of the Force. This is for our pre-release. We're gonna do some deck building for Legends of the Force pre-release. So I've got some friends with me. Yep. Everyone knows Gabe over here in the corner. I've got a friend Wyatt and Matt. We're gonna do a 4-person deck build. It's gonna be more of a conversation video. We're just gonna kind of open and build as we go, and then we'll kind of highlight at the end. And then the videos after this will end up being our games that we play for pre-release. So welcome guys, thank you for showing up and helping us out with this.
Excited.
I'm super excited for this set. Super,
yeah, so. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of stuff going on, but we're just gonna open a build, something cool happens, and we'll let everybody know. So,
are there any leaders you guys are especially hoping to be able to build? I know Mother Talzin and Raven are two I would love to get a cool pre-release build out of.
Don't mind me, I'm throwing myself on the table.
Revan and Anakin are gonna be playable with limited.
Oh, I'll try it.
Yeah.
In terms of opening,
if anyone can do it, you can.
In terms of opening, I want to open Talzin. I want to open Anakin. Yeah. Showcase would be phenomenally awesome.
Oh yeah.
But we'll see. So. Yeah, you get pre-release.
I really pay attention to
the pack. Here's the divider.
Images are.
Oh yeah. So, I got them all full arts. Those are always nice. So for those of you who've never been to a pre-release before, you get 6 packs. You get 2 starter leaders you can build with. Plus, you have access to any common base, and all the common bases in this set are all of the Force bases, right? So the 28 health Force bases. Which, to note, you do not have access to the 30 health common bases when you're playing anything Legends sealed or pre-released type of situation. So.
I already have a hyperspace base though. Watch out, guys.
Oh no!
Hyper Ahsoka leader.
Ooh, nice.
I didn't do a pre-release for last set. Did they stop making these foil last set?
Yeah, they were not foil last set either, which I'm fine with because I want to be able to play them and not have them bend like crazy.
Yeah.
I got Ponkrell.
I got Kanan. He's my guy for Twin Sons.
Talzin.
He's my guy for Twin Sons.
And the crystal case. This is really pretty. Hyperspace, actually.
Yeah, ooh, that is nice. I got the Porgs. Greg will be happy. Porgs. Oh,
yeah. Old Daka.
Ooh, nice.
I'm just gonna pull Mother Talzin.
Woodland Voss, I think, is gonna be pretty solid.
First rare is Jedi Trials.
I know, usually I skip straight to the back of the pack to go see what the rare or slash legend is. I have a rare base. Tomb.
Is that attack with? No, it's exhaust.
Exhaust a friendly unit. Yeah.
Oh, I got a legendary.
Ooh, first legendary. What'd you get?
That's pretty cool. Make Mother Talzin a Mandalorian.
You can.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
probably never playing that, but it's cool.
Man, I've already had a lot of like villain cards and only hero leaders open a pack so far. So
I'll be honest. Right here, Marin is probably the most hyped card that I'm for. She's so good in uncommon. A 2/5 for 3 that just naturally has one of Poe's abilities stapled to her on attack. Ah, so good. I did get a Force speed. The double yellow 1-drop.
Yeah.
Babu Frick,
Killer and
my droid limited deck is about to pop off.
Oh, I got Supreme Leader Snow. Showed Undercity.
Alright, there's my Mother Talzin.
Nice.
There you go. I'm gonna be mad if I can't play Mother Talzin during pre-release. I'll be honest. She's my pet deck right now. What am I doing, Joe? That goes up there.
Got a blockade runner. This thing looks really good.
Blockade runner? Yeah. Purgle. Graceful Purgle. 2/7.
Alright.
Nice saber. More sabers. What do you guys think about more sabers in the set? I like
having more
sabers.
I think it's really cool.
I still feel like
I think the set one sabers are more powerful.
I still feel like playing upgrades is still just feel bad because you get two for ones, right?
All right. So for only opening hero leaders, I just pulled a Grogu, so I feel a lot better about that. Legendary. I think he'll be really good in limited. I don't know how good he'll actually be constructed.
T6 shuttle.
Kylo's saber.
I got a foily Mace Windu.
I have a few Jedi and I have Fisto, so I'm looking at that.
In limited, I wouldn't be surprised if he's strong in limited.
Yeah, you have enough.
Another rare base. 2 of my rares have been bases now.
Oh, I mean, one.
Mace Windu.
I got a foily one.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Oh, there's my Curious Flock. I think Curious Flock's going to be a good curve filler for.
I think,
limited.
yeah, for limited, yes.
I agree.
Ooh, look at this Hyperspace Lightsaber. Full art. That looks pretty tasty.
Wow, yeah.
That looks pretty tasty. What is
Swatto going straight into most of my blue twin size decks.
Yeah.
Hey, Savage Press if I want to kamikaze myself.
Right?
Size matters not.
Hyperspace Renestra. Rare.
This might be copium,
nice.
but for Twin Suns, I actually kind of like this Force Illusion card.
Oh, yeah,
Exhaust an enemy unit, just the most threatening one.
Yeah.
Give yourself Sentinel for the phase.
I think it makes a lot of sense. I think it's
Foily
good.
Corrupted Saber. Yeah. That looks pretty good.
Oh, that does look really good.
I got 2 of them now, so I might as well just run them both, right?
Cal Kestis.
I have a Grand Inquisitor. I do have
And
a good spread of villain yellow stuff.
Another Supreme Leader set. Not a base, not a base, not a base.
to try really hard not to call this Vulpix.
Right? I've done it multiple times.
Talzin's Assassin.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Bomb common right there.
That is a very good card.
I've got my second double red in the rare slot. That's or my second double aspect of the rare slot.
Ooh, I got my second repeat. Guardian of the Wills and Wampa.
Probably the best two
That's my first legendary.
in the
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one's gonna be great.
Which one?
Syndrome.
Oh, yeah. Nice Sister Warrior. I got a Shin also.
Third sister.
Ooh, I got a Nameless Terror.
Got another legend.
Exhaust all your force things.
Tip the scale.
Got the legacy run.
Eighth Brother. I got the Deceptive Shade. Sith Undead. A 2/3. When defeated, the next unit you play this phase gains ambush. Huh.
Stinger Mantis, I think, was pretty solid limited. Ooh, Darth Vader.
I got a kit
A
too.
double legendary. Oh my god, a double legendary pack. Oh, Darth Vader and Grand Inquisitor.
Nice.
Darth Vader and Grand Inquisitor.
Ooh,
I'll
nice.
probably either be playing Maul or Third Sister then.
Well, I did get
Yeah.
I did get a double rare, one being foil, in the time of crisis. Not as good as your double legend.
Oh, Hyperfoil legendary Yoda.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Oh, do you?
That looks
you
pretty.
sleep for that?
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple of hits. It's
already shiny, the card doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This shiny Grand Inquisitor looks kind of funny. I think this art on Grand Inquisitor looks kind of funny though too.
In general, with this blade in front of his face.
Yeah.
He's giving himself a suntan.
Very tall. Yeah.
Ugh. Ezra.
Yo, check these out.
I got the Ezra. Oh, we got some stuff from off camera. Let me see.
Ooh. Hyperfoil Malakili.
And the legendary HK.
Oh yeah, that's the damage whenever.
Yeah, when an enemy unit is
Yeah,
defeated.
that
I
one's
got the uncommon Ezra. This dude is bonkers. Building a Twin Suns Spectre creature deck with Hera and the New Canyon. This is gross. This is going directly into that deck. I got a Rampage and then
Card I'm sure is going to annoy a lot of people in a quiet
That
deck
Lofcat?
someday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Ooh, we got a
makes sense.
Hyperspace Third Sister. Nice sister layer. Come on. I got a legendary.
Nice. Which one?
The Legacy run. I don't know that it's a great one, but it's a 5 cost, 3/3. When defeated, deals 6 damage divided as I choose. I mean,
Did you open set 4 Thrawn in your packs?
well,
If so, it's pretty good.
you're not wrong.
Got a Hyperspace Doom.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, we may have to talk when this is done. I need my creature deck. That is such a weird villainy card. because it looks like it's has no aspects except for the villainy.
That is I resist that.
That is the weirdest thing in the world. Caddo, man, I don't know what I'm playing. I am so all over the place. So when you guys build sealed events like this, do you look at your leaders or do you look at your pool and see if your leaders can fit?
So the biggest thing I do, and if you look at the way I have this organized, I always do an order blue, green, red, yellow because it's alpha, and then I do hero stuff on the top, villain stuff on the bottom, with the neutral stuff through the middle, with the neutral, and then hero only, villain only. And then what that allows me to kind of do is just at a glance, I can kind of look from the side and be like, what stacks look big? Like, I love the fact that I have a bunch of Praetorian guards and a lightsaber and green villain, but that's pretty much all there is there. Thankfully, my legendaries I just got both being red and blue. I think my blue villain and red villain are the biggest, so I probably want to look to see, can I play blue-red villain? And then I look at my options being Maul or Third Sister, so I'm going to do some building of actually looking at which one of those would work best for the build as a whole, and then probably pick one of those two.
Yeah, I usually look at a leader that I want to build around and see if I got what I needed to do it. Man, I'm all over the place in this set though, in this open.
Yeah.
I can, I obviously I break my stuff out the same way you do, Gabe. Mm-hmm. And I can definitely tell that I have more yellow and more red. I have more red hero, but I have quite a bit of yellow villain, so I'm not quite sure which direction I want to go with that yet.
Now, I will say, if we do like 3 or 4 total pre-releases the weekend, by the time of the last 1 or 2 of them, I'm going like, I got a hyperspace leader, I'm gonna build that guy. So, but usually the first 1 or 2, I'm more focused on how can I make the most competitive deck.
Sure, yeah, and this is the build for our very first pre-release for the weekend, so.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, thoughts?
Yeah, I pay attention to my leaders, but I'm mostly looking for what bombs I get, and what color, and then looking for a leader that'll fit that.
Same here.
I got a really good spread of leaders this time, so it really doesn't, I can pretty much go with any color combination, so just trying to decide. I'm leading green hero right now, and I have Obi-Wan or Kit Fisto probably would be the best ones for that. I got a Gunji and a Jedi Consular.
Ooh.
In green.
What's Gungi's,
and then the high end, I got a Keller and a Yoda, so I have.
Is Gungi, what's his rarity?
Gunji's uncommon.
Uncommon. Gotcha.
Yeah.
He'd probably be too good as
And then I got a couple Trenta Techs, which I think are going to be really good and limited with all the Force units running around.
Definitely liking my red hero so far.
And one of my rares is Malakili.
Opened
Oh yeah, nice.
And play Trenta Techs for cheaper.
opened 2 Mace Windus, an Adigalia, a Jedi Starfighter, and 2 Night Sabers. So I'm definitely feeling pulled into red right now.
Red hero.
For sure.
But you're kind of limited on what your options as a leader for that would be.
Yeah.
Depending what your it's basically green, yellow, or blue, just whatever the second color you have the best stuff in for, you're probably going to do that leader, I imagine.
Which I have a lot of blue.
Yeah, that looks like a fat sack, and you can see Shirt on top, too.
Chirrut's really good. Graceful
Chirrut's
Purple,
really good.
pretty decent.
Sentinel in space. I mean, there's not a lot of space in this set, but
Well, and if you guys remember, like, set 1 limited meta was that if you could draft more spaceships than other players, you could just dominate that way. I wouldn't be surprised if the more aggro, like if you build a more aggro one, you want to just play every space card in your pool, just so if other people are trying to play more force and thematic, you can be like, oh, well, I'll just outrace you in the lane dodge.
Yeah, I also got 2 Itinerant Warrior too. That's pretty nice. And an Heirloom Lightsaber.
So the more I look at this, I'm definitely playing red. I have a lot of red units for sure. I think I'm gonna play red yellow. I think I'm gonna play red yellow villain, which means do I play Maul?
Did you get Grand Inquisitor?
I did.
Ooh, that's a good choice. It is sad if I'm not playing hero, it means I both don't play this awesome Grogu and my blue hero curve goes Ezra, Itinerant Warrior, Jedi Guardian, Plo Koon, which is amazing.
Yeah.
It's only one of each, so it's not like I'm losing out on a consistent curve.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably gonna play Grand Inquisitor on Strangled Cliffs just because the give me something -2, -0, and then living seems good.
So I have an interesting question here. I have a Paz Vizsla. Do you think it's worth 7? Because it's 5 with double red, but it's 3/6 that gets +2/+0 for each damage on. I think if I play Maul, I definitely run them, but if I play Third Sister, I'm not as sure.
I mean,
But that's also
pre-releases-
functionally like being a late
you're
game
not
drop.
guaranteed to get to 7
Yeah,
in
but-
a lot of games.
And then he comes down and does absolutely nothing when you play him, too.
That's true, yeah.
alright.
You have this Rent-A-Tech. Modest Kanata.
One played, one defeated. You may exhaust your ground unit. Yeah, that seems decent.
I mean, this little ship isn't bad.
I mean, I get to play this legendary that I drew, that I opened. Attack with a unit. For this attack, it gains on attack return any number of non-unique upgrades. Upgrades though? Force slow. I haven't even seen this card. What? Force slow. Let's put a lot of events down here. That seems decent. It's a space atlas right here. All right, so then, do you guys usually divide out between space and ground when you figure out what your curve and stuff is going to be, or do you just look at your curve?
I focus on the curve, but also, like I said, in a format like this,
True.
I think I'm just going to play every space ship I have.
Play everything.
Yeah.
Right now, I think I'm leaning towards either red.
Do I gamble with Savage? I mean, at the end of the game, right? Theoretically,
Yeah.
you gamble. Which of the mess seems decent?
I just definitely do not have enough villain units to do Talzin, I think.
Ah,
That's too bad.
I want to open Talzin so bad. But I am playing Marin. I said something about her. I'm gonna play her because I think she's just really, really good.
Yeah, I think the loss of card advantage is worth it for that early game.
Oh yeah. Do we play these? All right, so remind me. 30 card decks, yeah?
Yes.
Yes. 30
Next
cards.
is
Alright.
me.
Do I care about any of this? I care about Curious Flock. I think it's a great sink near the end of the game.
Maybe.
And a 1/1 on the ground for free with a port? Yes, please. Why not? If I have space. Now, will it be the first thing cut? Probably. Okay. There are a few 5-drops, so I guess that'll go.
So
What am
30
I-
card deck means you need at least 6 turn 1 plays. Is that about right?
That's what I usually aim for, 6 or 7.
Well, I have 26 cards. I only have 5, so you know. Oh, I guess turn 1 plays are 1 and 2 drops. I'm an
Yes.
idiot. Never mind. I think Do or Do Not is a pretty decent card. It's just pay 2, replace itself, or pay 2, draw 2, maybe. Late game, maybe. I don't know. Mission Briefing wasn't that great.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Do or Do Not. I am gonna play. I got 2 copies of Drain Essence, which is the do 2 damage to get the Force token. So I think I'm gonna play more cards that use the Force than I probably otherwise would. But I think it'll be solid. And I think I definitely have to go with Maul with those 2 Drain Essences.
Might be playing 2 copies of Watto just to fill my curve. 'Cause I have basically no 3-drops otherwise.
I think I'm gonna play these 2 Corrupted Sabers just because. Because, I mean, I have enough Force units. I also have enough non-Force units that maybe it's a hindrance.
I haven't even counted cards yet. I'm already cutting stuff. Let's see if I actually should be doing this so much. Okay.
How many creatures do I have? Attack with a creature? Because +4/+0? 1, 2, 3,
I'm wondering if it's worse. Would ever be worth it to pay 7 to defeat a non-leader unit?
I think it actually might be.
Is
I don't have shatter. I'm not in blue. So
Isn't
I'm
that
not
the one
shatter
where-
point. It's the one with the combos with the yellow.
combos with
card.
the yellow one,
But
yeah.
I didn't get the yellow one, but
Well, I think with the amount of options there are, I think it could be worth it.
I'll keep it.
But yeah, I definitely wouldn't go out of your way for it. But
6.
like, because removal is very limited in this set.
8.
Sometimes playing an off
man.
aspect vanquish was worth it.
Exactly.
Previous
Yeah.
sets, so
Especially
that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm playing Pounce. I have 7 creatures in this deck.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes,
Pounce,
please.
I think Pounce it could be worth 4 to surprise people, like to just close out a game.
Exhaust an enemy unit or friendly unit gets sent in space. I mean, Force Solution seems like it's a good, like, haha, you can't kill me. Return earlier unit to his hand, you may use the Force. If you do the 3 discards. Oh, that seems good. Return something to hand and make them discard, possibly. Look at opponent's hand, discard a non-unit card. It's probably not as good in limited. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 33. Should I play 33 cards or should I cut?
Yeah, I would cut. Still need 6 more cards, huh?
Here's 1.
I had to add more cards after doing my initial cuts.
Yeah.
Maybe I couldn't have made Raven work. I don't know.
2. I could probably. Well, how many cards for Atari Onslaught would I have here? I wonder. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is it? Oh god, this is it. I'm playing a creature-based deck.
7?
This is hilarious. I'm playing a creature-based deck with Grand Inquisitor. I mean, I have 7 or 8 creatures in my 30-card deck.
Yeah, I'm going to Kit Fisto.
Oh,
Nice.
we have a
Oh, that's cool.
we have a Kit Fisto call from across the table, from the other side of the table.
Maybe I played this just because it's huge.
It is really big.
It's big. It's an 8/5 for 6. I'm playing 1. Why not?
Yeah, one of mine got cut, but I guess I could.
I mean, my curve doesn't look horrible. The curve looks pretty good. Still whittling down.
Yeah. Some of these.
Oh, he's putting the curves. Oh no, just the port.
Just
not
the
curves.
just the zero.
Just the zero cost. Yeah. Could you imagine playing a zero cost and then playing Pounce to give it +4/+0 for the attack? and you get to attack with it, so it hits for 5 for 2. That's gross.
You
I'm
know
down.
what? Sure. You open a Mythosaur, you gotta play it, right?
Right? I mean, if you're gonna get to 9, you might as well slam it on the table and be like, "Look what I got."
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25, 26, 27, 28. Oh my
You
god.
need 2 more.
Well, I have a lightsaber that can go on
I did put a lightsaber in this deck.
stuff.
I did put a lightsaber in this deck.
I don't think I got a single lightsaber.
I have the corrupted. I got 2 copies of corrupted, one being foil. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play the foily one.
I think I was debating on looking at corrupted lightsaber even off curve or off color, just because +2/+1 isn't bad.
Gabe, you know me. This is not the typical deck that I would build.
Ooh.
I got
It's yellow-red, man. I don't usually build yellow-red. It's usually like yellow-green or blue-green or hero too.
Like
I think this is the first year.
Well, okay. Blue-red villain.
Guess I would be honest.
This is the first year deck I've ever
for
made.
mine.
And you're playing it with Kid Fisto.
I love Kit Fisto.
I mean, to be fair,
I think in limited, I think he's gonna be-
Yeah, I think he's gonna be good.
He's real good limited.
I
People are
got
saying
the
he's
4
good.
villain lightsabers.
Nice.
If that's worth it to put them in there with Syndralig. To enable
Oh
his-
yeah,
because you play them for free.
Free.
You get to red
And then
one.
you get a. Oh, that's disgusting.
And they're all the 2
You gotta get
cost
to 8.
ones.
What do you know? What? Let's
I
see,
know,
you're red
yeah.
green.
I'm red green.
Or I let's
No
see.
ramp, so I doubt I'll even get to 8. But
Yeah. Let's
Helio
see.
Star Compass too. You have to non-vehicle. Oh, it's a non-vehicle unit. That's weird.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, vehicles can't use compasses.
I mean,
They have them built in.
Yeah, exactly.
But
They don't need that.
Just like in Destiny, you could have one thing pilot a vehicle and then jump out and pilot something else.
Yep.
Escape hatch.
Feels a little bad only having like 3 low drop force units though.
With
Yeah, 3's not bad.
who are you thinking about playing with?
Ahsoka. I don't think I have enough green to go in that direction, and my yellow is pretty middling. As is my villainy, so. I think this is probably where I'm at right now. I was tempted by the tragedy of Plagueis, but I think 7 is just too much.
Well, what does it do?
Choose a friendly unit. For this phase, it can't be defeated by having no remaining HP, and an opponent chooses a unit they control to defeat that unit.
So share its ability plus the power of the dark side.
that's
Yeah.
hilarious. That is great with Ahsoka. Yeah.
So how many Jedi do you have in this, Matt?
I've got 3 2-drops with the ship. And then we got the Jedi in hiding, 4, Kiadi 5, maybe 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 of those.
So by time,
Urchin's just Force, not Jedi.
so by time Kit, so you're thinking either playing Kit or Obi,
Yeah.
and by time Kit comes out, he comes out on what?
5.
He's 5.
Right? Yeah.
So
I'd
best case scenario, if you're
Yeah.
playing Kit, he's what, plus 1, 2, 3 maybe?
4 would be the,
4
like
maybe?
the dream.
You're mostly using him
Yeah.
for his front side.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
gotcha.
But I have some 1-drops, so I could play off curve sometimes and use his ability. But
I think the big effect of him flipping is that he has Saboteur, so you can use him to strip shields.
yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like Obi. I'll be honest.
I think Obi's way more powerful. But I mean, Kit Fist is also removal. If you don't have any other removal,
Yeah, the only other removal I have
element.
is, other than, I don't even have very much ambush other than the Trent attack.
Yeah.
But I've got 2 protective pods and it's worse, so my removal options are not.
That could be a bit in favor of the Kit then.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's right. I put my sorcerer's blast over here.
The Jedi Starfighter is actually really good at returning Kit's ability on. The 1/4 in space.
Yeah.
2.
All right, Gabe, what do you got over there? What'd you build?
All right, so I'm going to be playing Darth Maul Blue. Sound familiar?
No.
So, for my drops, I have, I do have a good, I have an interesting package here that cards besides my leader that uses the Force. Cure Wounds Heal. This is literally my 30th card, and it might be correct to play something else. But I do have a Sorcerer's Blast to get some damage in. Unleash Rage becomes something. Sorcerer's Blast, use the Force. And Do or Do Not to draw some cards. However, for early Force gainers, we have 2 copies of Drain Essence, which I love. Acolyte of the Beyond, when attack, when defeated, get the Force. And then I also have, in addition to just common blue base to attack with Force units, I have 3 Force 2-drops and 2 Force 3-drops. Of these, the one I'm by far most disappointed in is Guardian of the Wills, because I have 0 items that are in these colors to make it cost any less. But hey, it's still a good solid Force thing. For removal, in addition to the Sorcerous Blast and the Drain Essences, as well as Marin's ability, I have Crushing Blow to defeat leaders, non-leaders rather, that cost 2 or less, and Whirlwind of Power to potentially be a buffed version of Perilous with -3. I did get some really cool legendaries in both Grand Inquisitor and Darth Vader that will both help my early game and my late game.
gross.
And Pong Krell is a rare. I got what I feel like is a good amount of ships for a set not focused on ships. 4, 5. I have 6 total space units, which is a 5th of the deck, but the final one being Grappling Guardian on 7 means that when I play it, I can defeat an enemy space unit that has 6 or less remaining health, so it will kind of help me like really take over the space game if we get to that point.
Sweet. Dude, your top end legendary count is like, not even legendary. Pong's not legendary, it's rare.
He's rare, but
God,
he's good.
he's so good.
Yeah.
And we'll see that Vader in action. People could say that he's the best legendary in the set.
I disagree on that. I
do
still think Anakin's the best legendary in the set. But you know what? I am perfectly happy to have opened the most expensive legendary in the set.
Very true. Did you decide on something, Wyatt? Did you figure it out?
Yeah, I am on Ahsoka Tano Red. My top end for Red Hero was just a little too good to ignore with
Couple
two
Mace
Mace Windu's.
Yeah. It's pretty sick.
The rest of the deck, we have actually a pretty decent chunk of 2-drops that I think are okay. A few Force Enablers, some good Jedi Space units and Jedi Starfighter, Padawan Starfighter. Very few 3-drops, so I'm just running the 2 Wattos.
He is great to give Sentinel with Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Yep. Chirrut already has Sentinel, but just so good.
Yeah. Makes combat math so bad.
And then I think I also have some pretty decent space top end with a Grappling Guardian, this Blockade Runner, and a Graceful Purgil.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good.
And then I'm also throwing in this Doom, even though he's slightly off color, just because being able to give things Sentinel, I should hopefully be able to keep him safe long enough for him to get out of hand really, really fast.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gross. He really is gross.
I have basically no events. I have a Sorceress Blast for a little removal, a Whirlwind of Power, and these two, which are cards number 29 and 30 in my deck.
I think the Atari onslaught will catch people off when they claim to try and win on their turn. You're like, well, I'll just pay 2 and untap and win now.
Yeah, it definitely has the chance to take people off balance. But it's got, I think it was, when I counted, it was like 5 or 6 targets, so it's a pretty decent chunk of the deck.
Yeah, gotcha.
And then I'm running a Mythosaur because
Yeah.
I mean,
You open Mythosaur, you gotta play
if I
Mythosaur.
ever make it to 9 resources,
28
that would be
health,
great.
but it's limited. But we'll see.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't normally play Yellow-Red Villain, but I opened up Yellow-Red Villain. So I'm playing with Grand Inquisitor Red.
You also played that in our bracket.
I did play it in the Can of the Hanging. My version of it looked nothing like this because it was more, put together.
Yeah.
Not sealed. But surprisingly enough, I have a very even mix of creature and force units. I do actually have quite a few space units too. I've got a 1-drop space unit. I've got a 2-drop space unit. I've got a 4-drop space unit. A 5-drop space unit. So I've got some space units across the board.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that plays out. But for the most part, we're running creatures. I think I'm running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm running 8 creatures in this deck.
Did you have Kanan in your pool?
I did have Kanan.
Did you think about that? I don't know if you.
I
they would've
did,
worked for
but
the
there
colors at
wasn't
all.
it wasn't the right blue composition.
Gotcha. Yep.
For it. Otherwise, man, yeah, because most of my creatures are yellow. No,
Yeah.
I've got a couple of yellow and a couple of red. So, and the rest of the creatures in blue were not really doing the thing that I was
Gotcha.
thinking. Now, I may look at this after we get done recording and go, you know what, that might be a better deck, and build it that way, but I don't think I will. We'll see.
Then you have to re-record a deck intro.
I've
once
got
it's
two.
done.
I've got 2 creatures in blue. That's all I've got. So.
Oh yeah.
To be fair, I also do have the Ezra Bridger, so that would be great, but I just don't have enough blue.
Not with that few creatures. Yeah.
To do it. But I did pull a Pounce, so my creatures can get one of my creatures can get +4/+0 when it attacks, which is nice. And with the other Jedi and Force unit, well, not necessarily Jedi, but Force units in general, playing on Strangled Cliffs, I do have a Sorcerer's Blast to use the Force, an Unleashed Rage to use the Force, which is nice.
And your leader uses the Force pretty well too.
My leader uses the Force real well, and then the Will of the Force also to basically remove some stuff or tap some things down. Return a non-leader unit to its owner's hand. I may use the Force if I do make them discard a card at random.
Yeah,
which is nice.
I like cunning.
Yeah, exactly. 4-drop. 4-drop mini cunning. And then I did pick up a couple sabers, but I'm only playing 1 corrupted saber. So we'll see how this plays out. It's just a matter of sequencing, I think, with this deck. If I can sequence it right in order to do what I want to do. So we'll see.
Yeah. I think the sabers are also really interesting with any portals or stuff like that, because then you can actually have a whale wielding a saber in space.
Right? I mean, I am running Curious Flock and the Porg. So, I mean, the dream is to play the Porg on 0.
Yeah,
and then
put a Corrupted
and
Saber on it.
And then the next turn open with a Pounce.
Yeah.
To do 5 damage for 2.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. What'd you settle
So
on, Matt?
I settled on Kit. I have several cards that use the Force, like Infused Brawler, Jedi in Hiding, Kiadi, Mace, Yoda. They all use the Force. So I thought having a leader that does not use the Force would be beneficial.
That makes sense.
So
Yeah, very
I'm
true.
not having to choose, and a lot of these effects are more powerful than the one XP.
I know you're doing your deck thing, but I want to say this. This thing is
And
freaking pretty.
if I try it and I don't end up having enough Jedi or it doesn't work out, I can always pivot to Obi-Wan for the second game or something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that is the beauty of pre-release and like sealed like this. Like if it doesn't work out after game 1, I've done that before. Shadows pre-release, I lost the first game immensely hand over fist, and I had enough time to completely rebuild my entire deck, and then I won out.
Nice.
You got a lot of pretty cards on your top end.
Yeah, I got the Hyperfoil Assault Ship and the Hyperfoil Yoda.
That ship is solid.
Hyperspace.
6/6 overwhelm
Yeah.
for 6. Like in limited, that's everything you want to do.
And
So how many space units did you end up getting? 1, 2, 3.
got the Jedi Starfighter, a couple 3 drops.
Okay, yeah, you're doing
Some
pretty.
space.
You have a lot of
Some
good
space.
space endgame,
Yeah.
especially. I think you might have the most here at 7. It looks like, but that you having 4 that cost 5 or more means that if you get to the end of the game and your opponent use all the removal on your early stuff, you can be like, cool, I'll just lane dodge the rest of the game over
Let
here.
me drop this 6/6 overwhelm for 6. Thanks.
Yeah.
And then as far as ground goes, the 2 Torrent attack is pretty
Yeah,
nasty.
I think he's really good. And if I can combo it with Malakili and pay 4 for him, that's even better.
Right.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that's gross. All right. Well, we'll see how these things do when we play our matches. We will be following a couple of us in round 1, and then we'll follow the other 2 of us in round 2, and then we'll see what happens in round 3.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Catch us for all that. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you very much for joining me on me and Gabe on the build. Thanks, guys. All right.